I was putting toilets all over Baltimore pertaining to social issues, mainly about the prison industry and the cradle of prison pipeline. It was also about potty training politicians, and mainly about Governor O'Malley, Senator Cardin, Senator Mikulski, Congressman Cummings, Congressman Rufusberger, and how the political system is set up for the failure of blacks in America. It was about slavery and legalized slavery, in which they used Jim Crow and they use their courts to instill slavery that's going on. In Baltimore City, you locked up 750,000 people with stop and frisk, and you only got 650,000 residents.
I didn't know they were doing that in Baltimore City. I thought that was just
banned.
New York.
It was banned, and it was illegal, and the NAACP sued them for it. But they still doing it. They don't call it stop and frisk. They just call it a warrant search.
Oh.
They just renamed it, but you're still doing the same thing. When you released the slaves in slavery time back in the 1800s, you said they were free. So what they did is instill Jim Crow laws and Jim Crow justice, which re-enslaved the black people and kept you enslaved. You changed Angola plantation to Angola penitentiary when you outcast slavery.
Yeah. And I'll say, for anybody who's thinking Shorty's crazy by saying this stuff, when you, and hopefully this video will come out in full one day, when you explain it better in detail. Because when you say it just, with how it's in, modern day enslavement, it kind of sounds a little crazy, but it's not. Once you put it into historical terms.
If you look at slavery, when they freed the slaves, they had Jim Crow justice. They had slave catchers. They had policing. They had the Ku Klux Klan. And in 1916, there was a movie called Birth of a Nation, in which Birth of a Nation condoned. It was debuted in the president's office. President Taft debuted the movie in his office, and the movie curtailed raping, killing, and pillaging black people, and no rights in which white people had to respect. That's the same thing as the Dred Scott decision in 1857, in which the law, Chief Justice Tonning of Maryland said, he was a Supreme Court justice, said blacks have no rights in which white people respect. They've said it, and they've done it, and it's still going on now. If you look at the murder and the death that's going on in Chicago, New York, Philadelphia, y'all want to talk about black on black crimes, this, and this. Look at the police brutality. If you were killing white people on the levels that you're killing black people, this wouldn't exist.
Right.
If you complaining about black on black crime, but you created the situation in which black on black crime exists through the war on drugs, through the 1994 crime bill in which Bill Clinton signed into law. You've disenfranchised over 1 million families and people, and you've destroyed generations. You got grandfathers locked up with their grandsons for crimes that you've just recklessly charged these people with. You got innocent people sitting in jail.